Hello, hello, folks. Welcome to the interview today. Just going to be letting people into the meeting here in a second, and we will be getting rocking and rolling, folks. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're all doing great. Got a bunch of people jumping on here. Super excited. If you're watching the replay of this, folks, by the way, on YouTube or in the school community, comment down below any questions you have. And I'm super excited to bring Larissa on here today. Hey, Larissa, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing amazing. Busy day today or not too bad?
Busy day today.
Busy day today. Well, that being said, let's dive in because
Yeah.
I know you're busy because I know you're getting a bunch of clients.
Yeah.
So let's dive into this. So before we kind of get into the meat and potatoes of everything, go ahead and introduce yourself to everyone, who you are, the work that you do, so they got a bit of an understanding. And folks, if you got questions, comment them in the chat. But Larissa, introduce yourself.
Hi. Okay. I'm Larissa Tamblin. What am I? I'm a holistic nutritionist with a background in fitness. So I kind of created this well-rounded program around nervous system regulation for women in really all seasons, but primarily postpartum and some pre.
Awesome. I love it. And you're a fellow Canadian as well.
Yes. Yeah.
We've been getting a lot of Canadians for some reason. It must be the targeting or something. So we love it. So talk to people a little bit about before CCI, where the business was at. Because I found it's helpful for them to know like where it was at, why you joined, kind of some of the results you've been getting. So where was business at just before joining CCI?
It wasn't at. It was just a dream, I think, that I was toying with for, a few months. And then when you guys kind of reached out and found me, it was probably at the perfect time. Like, I don't think that I would have taken the plunge unless you guys kind of like pushed me to. So I'm really glad that you guys did, because I love the work that I'm doing now and I'm meeting some really awesome people.
Amazing. I love that. Let's quickly talk about what was the decision-making process in joining CCI? Because obviously it's a decent commitment. We're not very cheap to work with. Like, what made you decide, like, hey, you know what? This is going to be worth it. Like, this is what I want to build, and I'm going to kind of just go after it. What made you decide that?
I think, well, Christine in particular and yourself, you just made me feel super heard and super supported. Like, whatever you need, we have this team that's going to help you get there. And you guys did.
Yeah, amazing. So let's dive into like the strategy part of it, because there's a lot of people that join our program and we kind of see two different kind of pathways. Sometimes people, it's like month one, boom, the business blows up and it's amazing. And sometimes it takes a couple more months. What were some of the things that you felt like you had to work on in the first couple of months to really start building the foundation of the business? What were some of the most helpful things for you?
Yeah, I think I just actually had to build the foundation because I was so brand new. I really had to start from the bottom. And that was just like building my following essentially on IG.
Yeah, 100%.
And you guys helped me do that with your method. And I think it was just like building trust in that community, which I still am doing, because I am very new even to Instagram. Like I really only got Instagram last May, I want to say, and was and started being active on it maybe in September. So like I was like so brand new, baby new. And so it took a couple months definitely to get the ball rolling, but I think those months were foundational, and you guys supported me through it.
I love that. And we talk a lot, and people who watch our social media or in our school group, we talk about our mini ads quite a lot, right? Mm-hmm. For you, how have they worked so far? Kind of how many followers would you say you've gotten in the last 3-4 months here?
Yeah, probably 4,000 now. I think I checked early this morning. And from when I started to now, there have been 4,000 more.
Okay, I love that. Now, I mean, followers is great, but followers without actually them turning into clients is just, it's fun, but we want them to turn into clients.
Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about, great, you got the followers coming in, you're using the mini ads, like we talk about all the time, so people will probably get bored of it. But what has been the best strategy for you to not only get these followers, these strangers on social media, to get on a sales call, but what's also worked well for getting them across the line and becoming a client? Like, what strategies have worked well for those two things?
Nurturing the conversations for sure. The conversations that need to be nurtured, because there's some that are just dead right away.
Sure.
And then really perfecting the sales call, because that's what gets them over the line. And I think that, nobody gets it off the first time. Like it's something that you really have to practice.
Yeah.
And you get better and better with time, and it just becomes more easy. And it also changes. Like, I know for me, my business kind of morphed, from what it was when I started. And then I was like, I think I'm going to shift a little bit. And then once those shifts kind of happen and settle, then everything just kind of flows.
It kind of flows better. Yeah. 100%. Now, obviously, I wanted to chat about the results you've been getting. In January here, was January your fourth month? I was trying to remember.
January is I started in October. So January, I guess, was my fourth.
Okay. Fourth month. Awesome. Building into your fourth month, what were kind of like the results that you started to see in January now that things were really starting to like build up?
Well, it was interesting because I was like, oh, January after the holidays, like nobody's going to want to spend money. But that was when it was literally right after Christmas that I think I contracted like $7,500. And I was like,
right.
What?
Yeah.
I was like, this is so confusing. I definitely thought the opposite, but I think it must be that like, okay, people are like, it's starting the new year. Everybody wants to get on to like their new health goals. So I think that might have been what happened. I was shocked, to be quite honest.
Yeah. Did you think, and here's a real honest question for you. Did you think that day that you signed up for CCI, that 4 months in, you'd have your first, I think it was close to $11,000 month? Did you think that would happen, or did you actually think, it might be a bit slower for me?
No, you know what? I think I just had hope because I didn't want to think negatively. I'm like, no, this is going to work.
Yeah.
I very much love to manifest. So I just like manifested this happening and it did. I mean, I maybe thought it would happen faster, but at the same time kept reassuring myself that like I really did have to set the foundation before things really start taking off.
Absolutely. And actually, on that note, I'm interviewing one of the other clients. I'm sure you're familiar with Megan next week, on how she had a similar journey to you over the last couple months. And it's funny because she was like, when I get on the interview next week with you, Ruben, I want to make sure that people know that the first like month or two, like I had a lot of doubts, and like I just kept on doing the right things. And I think it's just so important because we often see people who have quick rise to success, right? But frankly, sometimes it takes a little bit longer. Sometimes it takes the fourth month to have your first like big month, right? And I think a lot of times we are like, oh my gosh, in a month, not like maybe I only got a little bit of results. When I mean, things in life take some time. And I mean, I'm in this tension of like 4 months is still quite quick to go from zero to an $11,000 month. But yes, I know some people want it to make it happen faster, but also like that's pretty quick, right?
Absolutely. And I think that I also kept reminding myself of the other interviews that I watched before I started CCI. Like they had a business established already. I didn't.
Yes.
So if you're brand new, it's going to take time.
And that's actually so helpful because I mean, we have, like I said, we probably have two different types of people come in. Some people who've already like made money online, and then those people who are brand new like yourself. The fact that someone can go from brand new to 11K in 4 months is already amazing. But yes, if someone's already making like $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 a month, the growth can often be quicker just because they've done more, right? They have more figured out. Like I think when you started, we probably had to do a lot of like the making sure your offer was good, making sure like your niche was like set up properly, right? Mm-hmm. Actually, and by the way, folks, if you got questions, Shelly has a question, comment them in the chat. I was curious, actually, Larissa, because I know a lot of people are curious about like what it is like to work with CCI on the back end, as far as like the coaching that you get and the different things. What have you found to be most beneficial from like, we give obviously the one-on-one coaching, there's the group aspect, there's the modules. What have you found to be like most helpful in your journey? Or maybe all of it is helpful, but what's stood out to you?
I think all of it is helpful for sure, but the one-on-one coaching has been for me like the most important, just to have that person hold you accountable, but also give you like really solid feedback and ideas. Like that's what I've found with my coach is he just gives me such awesome ideas, and he's super like motivational and positive, and that's kind of, you need that, especially when you are feeling like, is this gonna work? Like, is this happening? It's good to have like a coach on your side to just continue like pushing you forward and moving you through it all.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Shelly had a question. Do you do one-on-one coaching? So asking about probably your offer.
Yeah, I do. I do one-on-one coaching. It's typically like a 12 to 14 week program for women. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, that's a great answer. And maybe give people a bit of an idea of also price point, just because I find like a lot of people that we work with, when they see like a 10K month or a 20K month, a lot of people are undercharging and they're selling stuff for like $200 or $300. So like, what are your price points for that one-to-one?
Yeah, the one-on-one 12-week is $14.97.
Okay.
Canadian dollars.
Yeah. Okay.
Could I charge more? Maybe, but I feel like right now it's good. It's working.
It's a good spot right now. And lots of the times when people start to get closer to being filled up with clients and getting busier, it's a great spot to raise it, where it's just like, you don't need that many more clients coming in and you're kind of can get maxed out. Yeah. So I love to hear that. That's great. Folks, if you got any other questions, I mean, comment them down below. But Larissa, is there anything else, kind of like thinking back 4 months when you were the person watching these interviews and not in CCI yet, is there anything you wish you could have heard in that instance that like you would like to share with the people who are watching today, who are maybe thinking about joining CCI?
Yeah, I think that just like go easy on yourself, you know, like
love that.
Some of the interviews that you have up there are super encouraging, because they're like, wow, like this person did go from 0 or from 4 to 20 or whatever it is. But like, you know, everybody's story is so different. And it really just depends on your niche. It depends on your presence on social media prior going into this. It depends on a lot of factors. So I think, the advice that I would give anybody going into this or thinking about it is just to like, you know, trust the process and go easy.
I love that. I mean, it's so important. Oftentimes, I mean, we as humans can set expectations, and then if we don't hit those expectations, we can feel like disappointed or depressed or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And it's really good to know that, like, and this is actually why I like doing interviews with all ranges of people, because like, some people took 4 months to get to their first 11K month, which is already, I say it took them that long, but it's like, that's already quick. And then some people make it happen even quicker, but I like to share the variety, because like you said, if you're brand new, or if your audience is really small, or if you're starting from ground zero, it might take longer for people. So Larissa, thank you so much for taking your time and like spending it with us here today. I don't think we have any other questions, but folks, if you have any questions, you got literally 30 seconds to comment them down below. I know you're busy. If people want to like check out your Instagram or whatever it is and check out your stuff, what's your Instagram?
My handle is the Holistic Medicine Woman.
Oh, I love that.
There's a couple of dots around there, but the Holistic Medicine Woman, you can there's another question. What does your program structure look like?
Great question.
Yeah, it's 3 pillars or 3 phases essentially. And I mean, my program is very specific and individualized to my potential clients or clients' symptoms. So although my program has, you know, the same bones across the board, I insert the different symptoms that my and the different issues, problems that my clients come to me with, and we create a program and a plan based around that. But it is a nervous system first approach to healing the body holistically.
Nice. I like it. I like that. Great question. Great answer. We got some more questions now. Okay, we'll keep Larissa on a little bit longer. Is it hard to get in holistic therapy? Because I feel like since not everyone believes in that, it is kind of niche. So I was wondering if it's hard or not.
I wouldn't necessarily call the work I do holistic therapy. I'm a holistic nutritionist. So my program is based on what I came up with. It's called the SEED method. So it's based on 4 sub-pillars, and they're around sleep, exercise, emotional health, and diet. So I structure my program off the SEED method. I wouldn't call myself a therapist. I'm definitely not. I'm not considered one, but I think my clients definitely do feel like that sort of aspect from it. But holistic nutrition is definitely my forte.
She does. Sorry, not therapy.
Oh.
Holistic. That's fair. Not therapies. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, we have, I mean, and to the question, like we have a lot of people in the holistic nutrition space. We have some people who are like nutritional therapy practitioners, and we also have therapists as well. So there's a couple different niches in that.
To answer that question, then, if it's just like to get clients, like so many people are looking to heal their body holistically. They're tired of
100%
the medical system. So it's just, it's actually not hard. I talk to so many women every day who are like, I just want to heal this holistically without drugs.
Yeah. And number one, sorry, I should say not number one. The other aspect of this is that it's great to go into like, let's say a holistic niche or like into a certain niche like that, because there's different segments in the world, right? There's some people who very much like, that's why you have functional medicine practitioners, functional nutritionists. You have people who are literally like they're board certified doctors who are selling services, right? You have all these different things, and that's where you can find your people on social media, right? With like, and that's where probably on your mini ad, I'm curious, Larissa, on your mini ad that's getting the followers, what's the language you're using to attract people for like your holistic stuff?
Do you want me to go and look at it? Because
I'm curious. If it takes too long, no worries. But for anyone watching, this is why when we do like mini ads, or like when you optimize your bio or whatever it is, we get you to use the right terminology so that the followers are getting are actually going to become clients. But yeah, Larissa, do you have it pulled up?
Yeah, I do. It goes, point of view, you finally find an account that holistically helps women regulate their nervous system, balance hormones, and restore energy, especially through pregnancy, postpartum, and motherhood. And it fills your feed with real ways to heal from the root without burnout or Band-Aid fixes, instead of being gaslit by your labs look normal and it's all in your head.
I love it. And you're getting so specific, like the time of their life. You're talking about holistic. You're talking about people who've been like probably burnt by maybe a medical system or something like that. And so, yeah, to answer the question, it's so great to get specific, because I mean, on social media, there's billions of people on social media. So you getting niches, how you stand out from all the noise. Because frankly, there's a lot of people in the health space, right? Find your like people basically on social media. Paige is asking, do you generate your clients just from social media?
Just from Instagram.
Just from Instagram.
Yeah.
And if anyone's curious about this, like I would say 90% of our clients are people who just use Instagram, because I mean, right now with how the mini ads work, it's crazy. Let me prove this to you folks. Larissa, do you know ish how much you would say you've spent on like the mini ads specifically on Instagram? Do you know like ish?
Since started, maybe like $600.
Okay, so $600, let's say.
Maybe.
And how much have you contracted in clients from those mini ads ish?
In total?
Yeah.
Oh, like 15,000.
15,000.
Yeah.
So here's the question I have for you folks. The reason that we use social media, because yeah, could you go to networking events or do things in person or whatever it is? Absolutely. But it's so volatile, and like the volume you need to grow a business to get a lot of clients is not going to be from like 20-person like meetups or whatever it is. You spend $600, 4,000 followers, contracted about $15,000 worth of clients, right? That's a repeatable system, and you're just hitting so many people. So anyways, I get passionate about this. Sorry if I'm coming across too strong, folks. Any last questions? I'll give people another 30 seconds. Those are great questions. Anything you wanted to say on that, Larissa?
No, I think, yeah, exactly what you said.
Okay. Perfect, folks. Well, I think I'm going to let Larissa go at this point, folks. If you have questions that came off of this training, feel free to like go ahead and send me or my wife, Terry, a message on Instagram. I am dropping the link down below in the chat here that if you're like heard this and you're like, okay, I've seen enough case studies, Ruben does these all the time, I want to chat with the team, go ahead, book a time to chat with the team. We'd be more than happy to see how we can support you. And yeah, we'll see you folks next week, because next week, Thursday, at this exact same time, I'm interviewing another actually Canadian and Albertan who is just blowing up. I'm interviewing another girl who had a similar experience. She went from having one client to having her first $12,000 a month. So we'll be seeing you folks there. And thanks for joining, folks. Bye for now. Thank you, Larissa. We'll chat soon.
Thanks.